Chief, what's good, y'all? Now, I ain't dropped a video on YouTube in a very long time because I actually forgot my password on there. And I couldn't upload videos from my computer anymore because I forgot the password. And I was only logged in on my cell phone. And y'all know how that be. So I just now figured this out, got my YouTube back on. So I'm going to be dropping videos on here again. But in today's video, y'all, I basically want to just talk about a realization that I came upon this morning as far as with this system and, the way we think about the system sometimes. Now, a lot of people think that the quickest way to solve all your problems and solve your issues in the system is to basically get paid, to get some money, or to get a job, or do this or do that. But I realize that that's not solving any of your problems. Let's say that your issue is that you have nowhere to go or to stay, basically. And you believe that you having so and so amount of money is going to solve that problem because now I can do this and do this and do this and I won't have to worry about not having nowhere to stay. Well, what happens when that money run out? You're going to be faced with the same problems that you had. See what I'm saying? So money can't solve anything. If you want to solve a problem, you have to get to the root of that issue. You have to get to the very, very root of that issue to stop the problem in its tracks. See what I'm saying? Because when you just thinking like how I used to think that, damn, if I got this money right here, all my problems will go away. That's how I used to think. When that's not the case. It's just covering it up for a second. So now really, y'all, money and shit like that should only help you, slow your problems down for a minute so you can figure out how to solve them completely. See what I'm saying? It's not gonna be solved. You're not gonna solve a matrix problem by using something else in the matrix to solve it. That's just not how it's gonna work, y'all. It's just not. So, and this also goes for people that think, if I got me a job, I can pay my bills and, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about that. Well, what happens when these jobs and shit close down? What happens? Now everybody that's looking at me like, damn, why don't you just get a job? You won't have to worry about it. What happens when all the jobs close down? Now this whole entire time I've been relying on this job. This job has been helping me survive. Now, when the system crashes, which it will, and it's going to, and it's coming, now what I'm going to do? Same position with the same problems, y'all. That's the reason why they call it the circle of life. Because you are faced with a certain amount of problems, and these problems will always come back to you, no matter what you do, because you didn't solve it. You only covered it up. See what I'm saying? So, with that being said, y'all, what I'm really trying to get into saying is the only way for us to get rid of all of our problems, the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, is we legitimately have to pluck. We have to go to the roots, y'all. And the root is the system. Because everything stems back to the system. Everything. That's the only way that we are going to make it to where we don't have these problems no more, y'all. That's the only way. And the only way that we gonna do that is just basically destroying this whole entire. You can't be the type of person that don't want to be part of the system, but you still living in apartments that's inside the system, because that's still the system, and you still being controlled. You can't be somebody that say, I don't want nothing to do with the system no more, but you still going to the grocery stores buying all your food from the grocery store. You still dependent on the system. What happens when the grocery store is closed down? Now you don't know what to do no more because the whole time you was depending on the system. This is the problem that we are all faced with right now. And the only way for us to 100%, y'all, 100% end this is to completely separate ourselves from this system and start all the way over. All the way over. That is the only way. There is no making it better. There is no, I'm just gonna keep this job for a little while, save up some money, then I'm gonna start my own business. Y'all, even starting your own business is still being inside the system. Still. Because you gotta fucking go get all these certificates, all these licenses, all this different stuff in order for you to get the business off the ground. And then on top of that, you gotta pay taxes. So you are still being robbed and finessed by the system, even if you start your own business inside this. Y'all have to understand, overstand, and understand that the only way is to completely get out of here. Completely. You can't have no ties to this shit at all. We have to let this shit completely 100% in, or else we just gonna be good for a little while. You see what I'm saying? We just gonna go around the circle. We gonna go halfway around the circle, and we gonna get at the top. Then when you at the top of the motherfucking circle, you fucking fall again. You right back to where you was. Now you gotta try to climb the circle again. You get to the top. You get to the top of the circle, and now you get knocked right back down to where you started, y'all. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It's the circle of life. They told you in Lion King, man. You gonna be faced with the same problems your whole entire life. Your whole entire life, you are going to be faced with the same type of problems. It might not be the same exact thing, but it's gonna be something similar. See what I'm saying? You know how many times somebody done worked their whole entire life off, worked their ass off, finally was able to get themselves a house that they done worked so hard for. They got them a house now, they good. Next thing you know, their house get burnt down. And that person ain't got nowhere else to go. What is that person gonna do? They gonna be stuck in the same boat that they was in after they done fought after they done climbed the motherfucking circle and got to the top. Now natural causes, a bullshit ass instance like that, made your ass go right back to where you started. All over again. All over again. Look at me in my instance for say. I was fucked up, y'all. I was fucked up, quit my job and everything. I ain't have shit. I was down bad, living in my parents' basement, fucked up. Started speaking spirituality, blew up on TikTok. Next thing you know, I start my crystal shop, Chief's Cavern, doing very good, making decent money, taking care of myself, living and everything straight off of that. Next thing you know, They destroyed my fucking TikTok account. They banned my TikTok account. Next thing you know, my fucking sales dropped down through the roof. And then on top of that, ever since I said what I said on Instagram, everything just going throughout the roof. See what I'm saying? So now I'm right back to where I thought that I got myself away from. I thought that I was out of the system. I thought I was good. See what I'm saying? But now I'm facing the same problems that I thought that I just got myself out of only 5 months ago. Do y'all see this shit? It's never gonna end. You cannot win here, y'all. You just can't. For people out there that have these big ass businesses and shit, boy, they done made deals with the devil, y'all. That's the only way you can keep something going persistent. And there's multiple ways you can sell yourself to the devil. Did you know that Jehovah's Witnesses, they gotta fucking sign a contract in order to get fucking baptized? And then when you sign that contract, they literally tell you that you belong to this organization now. Did you know that? That's a form of selling yourself to the devil. Because I'm gonna tell you, this Jehovah that these people worship is not the God that you're supposed to be worshiping. Jehovah is a whole different God than the God that the Christians worship. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Everybody has a different God. Why do you think the Muslims have their God? The Indians have their gods. The Chinese people have their gods. You think everybody worship the same God in America just because? No. The Christians worship their own fucking God, y'all. They don't call God Jehovah. They just call him God. They worship Jesus. That's their God. You see what I'm saying? They worship Jesus and Mary. That's their gods. Y'all got to see this shit, man. You got to see it for what it is. You have to see it for what it is. So That's another form of selling yourself to the system. See what I'm saying? You sold yourself out. So now you think that you getting all these benefits and shit, and you doing all this and this and that because you a child of God. No. You sold your soul. This is the only reason why you are allowed to continuously run this business or carry this out. You sold your soul. Same thing for all y'all out there that be saying stuff like, I'm going to give myself to God and this and this and that. Do you know that God that you're giving yourself to? Do you know who you're giving yourself to? You don't. Y'all have to understand that, man. The only way for us to destroy this system is the only way for us to break free and to solve all our problems, because all of our problems, if you look from the stem, the very root, the very essence, it's the system. Every single time. Every single time, unless it's something personal like family or something like that. But if it's something to do with a materialistic type of thing, or money, or housing, or anything of that nature, understand that the very stem of your problems is the system. Because this goofy ass system shouldn't have motherfuckers sleeping outside anyways. Why the hell do you got your people sleeping outside? You see what I'm saying? If I was the motherfucking ruler of this fucking whatever this shit is, ain't no way in hell ain't nobody sleeping outside. Everybody's gonna have somewhere to rest their head at night. They can't even do that. Yet they got money to spend on all kinds of fucking rockets and tanks and guns and all this bullshit. But it's motherfuckers sleeping outside. They got churches, y'all. They got fucking churches that look like damn castles. Why do you need a fucking church that big? Huh? Yet it's people sleeping outside. They can open them fucking doors that's supposed to be the doors of God. That's supposed to be God's worship place, right? So why the hell you got people sleeping outside for? You think God want motherfuckers sleeping outside? They don't give a fuck about none of that shit, y'all. It's all to do with money. Everything that's in this system has to do with money. It's a business. Even your religions. Your religion is a business. That's the reason why your religion is connected to the Vatican. And the Vatican is connected to the motherfucking corporation of the United States of America. Everything is a business. Anyways, I hope y'all understand this video, man. Chief, I'm out.